Booktube, Authortube. Hello everybody. I'm not sure if this is going to come out the right way. Geek or Sega, you know. Sega, geek. For the gamers out there, that's how you say this when you see it. I got it for one of my birthdays, I think. It's like one of them. It's like a subscription box. It's like a nerd box or something. It was called. It just had loads of cool stuff in it. I've got a Ninja Turtles one as well, like a pizza shop one too. So that was cool. Kind of, but it's very early. Everybody's out at school, etc., and other places. So I've got a perfect chance. Although I do need to be quick. I don't think I know the meaning of that word, but I need to be kind of quick because I've got to paint a wall over there. Because it just needs a touch up. So I need to get rid of this. I need to finish this, sort that, and then get down to the work, get down to the writing. So yes, okay. Hopefully this works. If not, it'll just be green screen. Who cares? It's still me. What am I talking about? I think I'm going to stick up a couple of free chapters on the free library before Christmas. I mentioned before about that book I told you about that was kind of like set in just that one world, but it was like really mad fantasy and there was like 6 or so characters. I think I'm going to stick up a sample chapter from that, and if I can, I'll get up one of them illustrations I told you about with the recipes for the potions and stuff, like the old-fashioned Victorian recipe book. Yeah, I should be able to do that. The thing is, I'm going to take the illustrations I've got, which are hand-drawn, and I'm going to recreate them on the computer and make it look a bit more neat. Like, I know I kind of maybe should keep it hand-drawn. What I'll probably do is do the two and compare them, but I think it'd be easier for me in Kindles and things like that, and when I publish the book, to have it in a graphical format. It will just print out better. Yeah, it'll just come across better if I do it that way. I might just ink it up, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. We'll work it out. So I'll do that. What else? I'm still deciding whether or not to put a book up free at Christmas. I'll let you know. If possible, I want to get an adult, you know, like a book that the grown-ups can read and a book that the kids can read. So I'm thinking maybe an Amelia and one of the dystopians or the new horror. I don't know. I have to see the dates because I'm only allowed to do so much in a certain amount of time. So I'm liking this new hair. I think I've took one of my sons into having this as well, or similar. What else is there? Been watching a lot of BookTube, some great BookTube stuff there. If I get a chance, I'll link it down below. Just some like review videos and things like that. So I've been watching a lot of that. And what else? Of course, Indiecember. Indiecember. I know we're in December, but I'm talking about Indiecember, which is completely different, as you can tell from the tone of my voice. So in December, we're doing in December. See the difference? Okay. Indie-Sember, okay? You all got that anyway, you know you did, you all got that. We're all just having a laugh there, having a play on words, it was a lot of fun. Yes. So, Megan Tennant, everyone knows Megan Tennant. If you don't, you should go and find her right now. I'll probably put a link down there. She's lovely, everyone should know her and watch her videos. And, oh yeah, that's it. So she's created Indiecember, which is kind of like a bingo game for books and independent books, and it's a great idea. And you've got like a bingo card, which I will probably put in here. You see it? And then I'll put the rules in. See that as well? Okay, you can find all this down here anyway. I'll link a video. So what you do is you find an indie book, such as my own, or the thousands, millions of others that are out there. And then you match it to squares on the bingo board. And you obviously then tick it off, and you can do lines, or you can do the entire board, which is called flush, I think. And then at the end of it, you can win prizes. Yes, you can win prizes. And I've donated $10 to the prizes. At the moment, they might go up. I don't know. I think I can donate up until the end of December. So, maybe a little bit more. Maybe. And you can win, you win gift cards. Just, I think Megan said she's even thinking about buying a Kindle. I mean, oh my goodness. Win a Kindle. Ooh. I like the idea. I'm excited. I'm not entering, but I wish I could. But what I will do at the end of this video, and if you go on my Instagram as well, which is Jason_Ellis_books, there is a really weird sound coming out of my house. That is crazy. So if I work, oh no, it's gone. I was going to say, so if I work outside, some sort of drill or something like that, or my tumble dryer is calling for help. I like the tumble dryer idea. We all speak to our appliances in the kitchen and stuff, don't we? We speak to our computer. We say to our computer, "What have you done with my file? You've lost my file." You go to the kettle. Why haven't you boiled yet? I really want a cup of tea. And the kettle just sits there, doesn't answer you. We've all done it. Don't deny it. We were talking about bingo, weren't we? Yeah, we were. Yeah. So then, what you do is you get your book. Okay. So then what you do is there's loads of different, as you saw, there's loads of different things on the board, and you match the book you've got to the board, and you tick it off, cross it off, whatever. And and at the end I will put all the books up that I have out at the moment. Like, so you have the book cover, and then the next one will be where they would go on the board. And there's a couple of bits on the board where I think you could put them in. Gift and ebook, I think, is one of them, and cover buy, I think, is one of them as well. So I mean, I think pretty much every book could fall into that category. If you gift it to somebody or you buy it because you like the cover, it would fit. I haven't crossed them off on mine though. I've just left them, but I think that would fit with everything, as far as I can tell. So yeah, and then you fill your board up, and there you go. And I think all you've got to do is just leave a review, which, I mean, you could reviews on Amazon. I think you just put how many stars and just put, I like the book. Book was great. It doesn't have to be a 6,000 word essay. My kids moan about comprehension tests at school sometimes. They're like, "Oh, we need to do a comprehension test today, Dad." And I'm like, "Oh, you're so lucky," because, I love it when they come home with their English homework and they're like, "Oh no, I've got to learn how to do this," and we're talking about prefronted adverbials or however they teach it these days, and I'm like, "Oh, you're so lucky," and they just look at me with this look in their eyes, and I'm like, "What are you talking about that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's fun, I love it." But yeah, like I say, you don't need to write a massive comprehension essay on the book if you don't want to. An Amazon review can be very short, as long as you're to the point and put your stars up. That's all that matters, really. So it's a great way to find some new books and new authors, just things you haven't tried before. I've been saying to a lot of booktubers over the last few months, a lot of people have been saying they've been getting into reading slumps and this, that and the other, and I said to them, we'll try something different, because I think booktube kind of, its roots began in kind of YA. I think, it kind of, a lot of people were, it was like the YA genre, which, I mean, there's so many stories there, so many books. And then, as the booktubers are kind of growing older, there's a lot of the booktubers started out and they were like 16, 17, and even younger. Some of them are like really And now they've kind of got to a certain age where they're kind of like, you know, I think I want to try a new genre. I want to try something a little bit different. So, you know, I've said to them, go on to, you know, come away from the YA, go on to something different. Try some literary fiction. Try something really deep. You know, like something that you would think to yourself is really heavy, really, you know, in depth. Or try something science fiction. Or try something just completely different, you know, non-fiction, go anywhere. And a lot of them kind of saw the point I was trying to make, you know. It's kind of like you've read so much in one genre, it's time to time to kind of have a change and see other stuff. And this is a great opportunity for things like that, you know, broaden your horizons a little bit. I mean, I have a kind of I wouldn't say it's a theory, but when people speak to me about genre, there's so many cross genres nowadays, you know, they just seem to cross over all the time. Like I mentioned YA, but, you know, YA encompasses everything. It encompasses, you have a YA romance, you'll have a YA supernatural, you'll have a YA vampire, you'll have YA, whatever, sci-fi, like I just mentioned, and mysteries, everything, you know, every single thing. It encompasses everything. But as the readers are growing up, I think they want to read, some of them are wanting to read the more mature side of the stories, because I mean there's certain things in YA that you wouldn't do, you know, if you were writing a YA book, you know, you just kind of steer away from it, or you could only kind of hint at it. You wouldn't actually be able to write it in detail and in depth because of your readership. But you know, once you just put out like a normal adult novel, you know, for just a normal book, or you know, you specifically say this is a gory, nasty horror. You know, your readership changes. So, and like I say again, this is a perfect chance to grab something new, try something different, and just spread the word about everything and anything and everything. You know. And it is kind of difficult. That's one of the things that, you know, if you're independently published, indie published, however you want to call it, self-published, just spreading the word is so difficult because, you know, you don't often start off with much of a marketing budget. And I mean, I haven't got a marketing budget. I don't even think there's a section in my wallet for marketing budgets. There really isn't. You know, you do rely on kind of word of mouth, which is one of the best out there, still is. So you really do kind of, you know, you really do rely on these kind of things. Just even one person mentions it to a friend, and that's two people, you know, and that person mentions it to a couple of friends, it's four people, you know, and it just carries on. So, and it's a lot of fun. Because, you know, this is aimed at the readers, and the readers are going to get to choose from like hundreds of new books they might not have heard of. So we can all win. Everyone's a winner. I was just about to break into song then. I literally was just about to break into song. Luckily for you lot, I stopped myself because, well, actually no, that would have probably been amazing for everybody involved. But I don't know. You never know, guys. It's Christmas. Could sit here and do carols one day for an hour. I could do. Get a little GoFundMe page up there. Could put it either way. You know, donate to Jason's carol singing. Donate to stop Jason carol singing. It could go either way. Couldn't it? Could be paid either way. See? I have these great ideas. I literally have these great ideas. Might write that one down. Right, I think I'm going to go because it's really early and I have not had anywhere near enough tea in my life for this morning at all. And you know, I live in England. Someone will be around to arrest me in a minute if I don't get a cup of tea in my hand. So I'm going to get that sorted. I'll get this mucked around with. Like I say, I might end up just sitting by a green screen, but if I don't, I'll sat there in this new library. And check out all this stuff that's coming next. I'm going to add more on the Instagram as well later on. Like I say, it's Jason_Ellis_books. I think. and that should copy post over to Twitter if I've set it up right. I think I have. And there's 6 books there, like I say, that you can choose from to fill your board up. So I can't remember which one it was. One of them was like 7 or 8 squares on there, so you know that was a nice little one for the bingo card. I know some of the books are like literally filling up practically every square. So not mine. I've seen other books that are filling up so many squares. It's amazing. That you can fit all that into, you know, you fit everything into certain books, but it's great. I say it's quite random as well. The boxes that Megan's created, they're quite random. So, you know, these books kind of, it's really funny. I think it's really funny just the fact that like she's come up with these 25 random things, and then like there's a book out there that like maybe fits like 15 or more of them. I think that's really cool. I love that. It's like luck before, if you know what I mean. Do you see what I mean? It's kind of like you've done something without realising, like 3 years down the line, it's just going to be the most luck. You know, it's going to be fit into this thing so perfect. That's it. That makes me laugh. Right, okay, I think I'm going. I will see you later on in the week, probably. But I think I really need to just knuckle down and get some stuff done before Christmas. So it might not be later on this week, maybe next week. But I have lots to talk about because I've done lots of work. But anything really, just go on my Instagram or wherever, because that's usually where you'll see the most up-to-date stuff. And I need to put a decoration back up. We had this really nice Christmas decoration, like a big star, like hangs on the ceiling and that. But I took it down because it was mucking around with the lights, and if it mucked around with the lights, it would have mucked around with this, which means that I'd have had this crazy like shadowy thing or something going across that if it was working, if it's worked, which would have maybe freaked people out. I don't know. But I'll put it back up before I get into trouble and paint my wall. Alright guys, I shall see you soon, and enjoy your days, weeks ahead, and I'll speak to you as soon as I can. Alright, bye.